Prokofiev mother, Rachmaninoff, no, Rachmaninoff not, the grandfather played with him, and a lot of, because mothers were very well educated, and at that time in high society it was common to play piano. Everybody plays piano. And same as Borodin, he got a wonderful education from very beginning. He played piano, flute, cello, and but surprise, he has a secret room at home that he got a what? Chemistry library, and he get a lot of a special experience. Sometimes something was a exploring, and he from a childhood he has two loves: chemistry and music. And I told you, like profession musician doesn't exist this time in Russia. Anton Rubinstein tell a fascinating story. When he came to Palace to tell his passport, and the governor manager asked him, who you are? What's your profession? He said, I'm a pianist. I'm a free artist. He said, I don't know that. You see, and it takes years when Russian musicians, professional musicians, and artists, and actors, and performances get a name, free artist. It wasn't so common how it looks from our perspective right now. And this is the interesting thing, how the Russian school established two basic meanings. At Rubinstein's family, Nikolai and Anton, and we call them the Almighty Five, Almighty Five. It's five different persons. None of them have a professional musical education. That their discussions, the head of this school was Mili Balakirev, and Mussorgsky, Rimsky-Korsakov, the greatest names of Russian culture at that time. Yeah, a group of power, or I tell Almighty Five. Yeah, Mili Alexeyevich Balakirev. Yeah. He was like an ideology leader, and his point was to go for Russian history, to get close to the people. Don't get subjects from Greek history. Stay close to the real people who needs the music from in your language, in your roots. And at that time, it also surprised me because I didn't know that also. In 1860 or later, 65, we have only two opera theaters in Russia. One was St. Petersburg and another Moscow. You do know that Russian operas was performed once for a while. Mostly it was Italian troupe, Italian group, and Italian music. And to find a Russian teacher for theory or for voice was impossible. Once for Rubinstein, it's like an anecdote, but it's a truth. He once in a conservatory, he was a director of first conservatory in St. Petersburg, and one lady, is a servant, came and speak French because it wasn't common in high society to speak French. She said, I would like to give you my daughter. He said, but our teachers speaking Russian. He said, music in Russian? It's impossible. It's just a fact that this so important moment we established Russian national educational program. That this is wonderful, wonderful people. Yeah, and Borodin, about him I knew very interesting story. He became to be a chemistry professor, and very famous, and he's very respectable. He making living like a chemistry professor, but he was gifted, outstanding musician. And sometimes when some ideas in a moment of his work, like chemistry professor, came to his mind, he wrote that in a paper and tried to save his ring by putting gelatin over and hand to dry these things, because the very fast pencil should be disappeared. And see, these magnificent people that we call right now create for us something that we call Russian culture. Please, Zelana. song by Varlamov. When I was in the college, and my colleagues sitting around, we play a lot of love songs by Varlamov, Alexander Varlamov, Gurilov. We love it. And not only us, the Russian songs became to be famous for whole Europe. And in fact, when Brahms was very young, he, like a lot of others, the composer is Brahms, but melody is Alexander Varlamov. He published that, but didn't get his name. He was Marx. And much later, in the 1970s, the scientists, musicians find out that Marx, it was a several composers. He took a famous melodies, popular melodies, and make an arrangements. And yeah, for now it is by Russian Nazaret и ее не буди. It's a beautiful melody. Enjoy. But my girls will be ready. Yeah. I would like to tell one thing that at that time, again and again, I would like to repeat, wasn't the recorders and moms and grandmas, just like us today, play together duets and making music together. I think it's a wonderful tradition, and we will continue to do that. second part. We are continuing our story. I didn't get my purpose not to tell the biographies, but I would like for us to see these wonderful people, wonderful, talented, extremely talented people. The music we enjoy so long time, and we begin in our second part from popular music from Russian cartoons. I see it's a little less audience, but welcome. Sing with us a birthday song and a Cat Leopold song because it's extremely popular. In Russia, we don't have a happy birthday to you. Most of them, they are singing songs that come in later. It's called a birthday song. And welcome Russians to sing with the kids. This absolutely incredible person and composer, Vladimir Shainsky, how you think he is still alive, thanks to God. 1925. And he in very good shape, very active, skiing, diving, and dreaming to create a musical that he will use not only beautiful Russian melodies, but modern harmony, something mixed. It's his dream. He's full of energy. And thank you so much. But in our time, his melodies became to be extremely popular. Okay, for now we're going to perform. Two more composers, also very well known, but we don't have a time just to see, to talk about everybody. Okay. In a program, we make a mistake. Not only two. deep influence of a fairy tales. If we will mention the name of composers who wrote fairy stories, fairy tales, it's not one. One of biggest ones, Сказочник by Russian. This is Римский-Корсаков. Whole operas, Кощей Бессмертный, Снегурочка, Tchaikovsky, Снегурочка, Snowdrop. And it's a wonderful thing. And not only songs, not only operas, but a piano player also. And I would like to tell shortly about a wonderful, a genius composer, Sergei Sergeyevich Prokofiev. He wrote an extremely famous ballet, Cinderella. And it's a beginning from a Russian, in a Russian habits from a beginning of 20th century. Diaghilev seasons, they performed Stravinsky ballet in a fairy tale subject. It's a Firebird. And Prokofiev also liked these things. I did mention that some of our composers take an education from a mom's hand. His first teacher was a mom. And he was extremely good pianist and good composer. And at the age of 9, he composed already the opera Velikan, that means Jane, 9 years old. First his story, it was a fairy tale. And much later, he immigrated and lived in Paris and performed for whole world many times in America. He was popular like a pianist. But finally, for some of reasons, he came back to Russian Soviet Union that time. This is beautiful work comes. It was Romeo and Juliet ballet, and he could same 2 years differently. He wrote this. It's called album of the different of story. Oh, there's my music. Not album for young people. It's called Album for Young People. That including a lot in nature pictures, some of deep feelings. And one of them, it is the little story that will perform our film. By Russian, it's Russian composer, he created a set of skazkas. They are different by character, slow and fast, and yeah, the audience can see images of what sometimes coming in a skazkas, in a fairy tales. It's a Baba Yaga, it's her home, Baba Yaga Russian beach that Megan Rose already did play. What we got more? Yeah, she's flying. Nikolai Karlovich Medner, he was a very close friend to Sergei Vasilievich Rachmaninoff. He also immigrated. It's so pity that so many Russians, wonderful composers immigrated because it was impossible. They prayed after revolution the great that nobody can interesting of culture and music and anything. All our imperial culture and habits in our daily life was broke. And see, Rachmaninoff, Medner, Gluchaninov, or it just not coming to my mind, but a lot of. Prokofiev also, yeah. And we have a portrait of Kikimora Eleshin. Yeah, it will stay. Well, interesting that two close friends has absolutely different ideas about music. Rachmaninoff, he's a last romantic. Do you people realize how important his music was? Medner published in Paris, he published music and fashion book. He got his philosophy. He was an excellent pianist, very successful.